YouTube. It's your main man, Eric Gordon, with No Regrets Sneaker Cleaning. And today, we got a cut and dry one for you. We got some OG Flames, some Air Jordan 8 Aquas. Now, as you can see in the B-roll by now, these shoes are kind of tore up. They're not bad, but they do need a little work. That midsole definitely needs a repaint. I wore these about 2 years ago when I went to New York City. And the streets of Manhattan tore my shits up, man. So like I said, they need that midsole repaint. They need a good deep cleaning. And I'm also going to show you how to put that glitter effect, because this is the 2015 pair. It has the glitter on it. I'm going to also show you how to put the glitter back to the midsoles. So, is you ready? Because I'm ready. Roll with me.
No regrets.
It's a good drink there. Nah, don't worry about what's in the cup. Ask your mama. Anyways, before we get into the restoration, I want to give a huge shout out and appreciation, big thank you, on behalf of the entire No Regrets family. That's myself, Mun, Fresh Pair Jones, Dr. Deadstock, to Tatiana's Boutiques out of Houston, Texas. She made this nice little cup that I'm sipping out of, as well as some other goodies for the crew. I'll throw a picture up. If you have any needs for like a party, business needs, anything, she does cups, mouse pads, license plate covers, you name it. You give her your logo, she got you. So go ahead and do us a favor and check out Tatiana's Boutiques on Instagram and tell her No Regrets sent you. Again, big shout out and thank you over there for what you did for us, boss lady. We truly appreciate it. So now let's get on to the restoration. For restoration and time purposes, because normally I do both shoes on camera, moving forward, that ain't gonna be the case. I ain't doing that no more. It's too time consuming. I got a bunch of work behind me you may or may not be able to see. People done paid me, man. I gotta do what the people paid me for. So I gotta do one shoe. We're gonna do one shoe. It's gonna be the right shoe. I believe, we'll do the left. We'll do the left shoe and I'll show you the process and I'll give you the good before and after on it, and we'll just go from there. So we're gonna start by removing the laces, giving it a deep clean, and we're just gonna go from there. Y'all know how this go if y'all follow the channel. Enough talking. See you in a few. All right, so I think we settled on which shoe we gonna clean. I think we're gonna go with the left one, so that right one, get the fuck out of here. All right, so the first process in cleaning the shoe or restoring the shoe or anything with a shoe is removing the laces. So while I show off how the shoe looks, which you may or may not be able to see, we're gonna go ahead and remove the laces. All right, now we're gonna put a shoe tree in the shoe to keep the form of it, and we're gonna get into the deep cleaning process of the soles. Put a towel over the uppers so that you don't get the uppers too wet. It's black nubuck, and that suede, the gray suede on the back, is pretty durable. I've gotten it wet before, didn't have any problems with it fading or bleeding, but it's a good practice to make sure you take proper precautions. And we're gonna get to the soles. Scrub them, hit them with the steamer, blow it out, you know the drill. You might find that you got something stuck, like gum or dirt, stuck in the crevices of the shoes. Just get a pick and pick it out. Make life easy for yourself. Now we're going to take a midsole sponge to really clean the soles. This is what's really going to get that dirt up. The brush only scratched at it. This is what's really going to get it up and out. We're going to hit the sole and the midsole. You can find these sponges at Lowe's, Home Depot, anywhere. You don't necessarily have to buy them from a shoe company. Yes, I know it's a black sole, but we're going to go over the aqua parts of the sole with acetone just to make sure we get all of the dirt that we couldn't get up with the sponge and the brush out, which you're going to see in a minute on the towel, if you can. Then we're going to take some Q-tips and go into the little holes. I like my shoes to look dead stock at all times, so this is the thorough measures I take. Now, if you pay close attention, that bottom part of the sole is a little greenish compared to the fading aqua parts of the midsole. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw them under the light for a couple of hours, the UV setup lights for a couple of hours to get that greenish oxidation out. We'll be back in a few. And that's what it looks like after just 2 or 3 hours of being in the indoor setup. It's back to its original color. It matches the midsole. Solid took 2 or 3 hours. I'm not trying to brag when I say this, but my indoor setup is a monster. It's a beast, and you will be seeing it pretty soon. But that's what it looks like. That's the comparison to the other shoe. So the original plan was to clean the uppers after I clean the soles, but I figured when I repaint the midsoles, I'm gonna get tape residue on the uppers anyway. I'm gonna have to clean them again. I might as well go ahead on and just repaint the midsoles now. Work smarter, not harder, right? So what you see me doing right now is taping up the midsoles, getting them prepared for the strip and the repaint. So what we're gonna strip them with is denatured alcohol. These are older midsoles, 2015. I don't want to take a chance in creating craters in them, and the safest bet would be denatured alcohol. The older model Jordans, the paint tends to wipe off fairly easy, so that's what we're gonna use. Yeah, this ain't working. Change of plans. We're gonna use this stuff called PGR, made by the Sneaker Doc. That's his name on Instagram, Sneaker Doc. Shout out to you, friend of no regrets. Real easy to use. You just put, it's pretty much like Dad's Easy Spray, but it's a lot safer for shoes. You just put it on a Q-tip, cotton ball, whatever, rub it into the shoe, rub it into the midsole paint, let it sit for a couple of seconds and just wipe it off as you see right now. I don't advise you to use this for older model shoes because it can create craters or indentions in the midsole, which will show up in your paint job, but this midsole is pretty healthy. Not seeing any signs of stress on it. So we're gonna continue. Pretty good stuff. Again, shout out Sneaker Doc. And this is what it's looking like after being stripped. Side note, you want to make sure that when you're dealing with midsoles that have cracks and crevices in them, you want to get all the paint out those cracks and crevices, because when you go to repaint that shoe, it will show up and it's going to look horrible. But the paint has been stripped. The midsole is nice and smooth. Did a couple of other preparations to it. And now we're about to get it ready for paint. What you see right here is the pre-mixed paint. Now, I gotta slow it down for you right here. I gotta pause the video. Nah, don't be like me or a lot of the restorators you see on YouTube. The biggest mistake we make is confusing the 2007 pair with the 2015 pair. What I mean by that is the midsoles on the two are two different colors. The 2007 pair is a lot darker than the 2015 pair. So I'm going to give you the color match for the 2015 pair right now. First, the purple. Now the aqua, which is the exact same color, just add a little white to it. Alright, so we're going to start off first with the aqua. You always start with the lighter color first. Give it about 3 to 4 coats. That should do it. Alright, players fuck up. I was wrong again. As I look at the freshly painted midsole versus the one that hasn't been touched yet, I realized that the blue on the one I'm painting is slightly lighter, more greenish looking than the original midsole. No worries, easy fix. Add a drop of blue to it to give it that bluish hue, and we should be good to go. So add blue to the aqua color mix as well. Hey man, we all mess up sometimes, and I'm not always right. I don't claim to be. I ain't never gonna claim to be. Forgive me. Now it's time to take on the purple. 4 or 5 coats should do it. Just make sure they're smooth, light, even coats. If you notice, I'm using 2 different size paint brushes. One to get the majority of the midsole covered, and the other one to get around those little corners of the midsole where the purple and the aqua meet. Just to make sure I got the sharpest lines I could possibly get out of it. Now it's time to make this bitch sparkle again. So what we're going to be using is Deco Art Craft Twinkles. I got this from Michael's. This is the closest thing I could find to replicating that sparkle effect. And in a minute, I'm going to slow it down for you, because what you need to know is you don't need a lot of this. You just need to feather that on, because you don't want to overdo it with this. The sparkle on the midsole is a subtle detail. And if you dip that brush in too much of that glitter and just go to painting it like it's paint, you're going to overdo it and it's going to look horrible. So as you can see, I'm using a fan brush. Just take that and just lightly apply. You only need 1 coat of it. Also, what I forgot to mention, 2 little small minor details about it. Deco Art Twinkle Craft, or Craft Twinkle, the silver color. It's at Michael's. Also, you want to make sure you give the midsole clear coat or spray your matte finish on the midsole before you apply the glitter. If you put it on and then apply the matte finish to it, that glitter ain't gonna sparkle. You ain't gonna have no sparkle, dog. So make sure you put it on after you apply the matte finish to the midsole once it's painted. here's a look of it after everything is done. As far as the matte finisher goes, in case you were wondering, I use Krylon matte finish, same thing everybody else uses. I know you could probably barely make out what you're looking at, but I'm gonna give you some B-roll in the end once I'm done with everything, show you how everything looking. Now it's time to tackle the uppers, and surprisingly, when I took the tape off, I didn't get any residue anywhere. Lucky me. But the uppers aren't really that dirty, they're more ashy than anything. I haven't cleaned these in a very long time, so yeah, they were overdue. But Stirrubuck mixed with some long haired suede. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit it with the eraser. We're gonna hit the gray parts because they're not really that dirty at all with the crepe brush, and then we're gonna hit it with the suede butter. Now it's time for my favorite part of the video, giving that suede that butter love with the no regret suede butter, which is available, link in the description. But give it a nice little spray of suede butter. Let it sit for about 30 seconds, then brush it in. Like I said, it's Durabuck, I'm sorry. If anything, I'm spraying this on here more or less just to get the black back to black, if that makes sense. But yeah, spray it, brush it in, you should be good.
And like that, that's wraps on these Jordan 8 Aquas from 2015 that I must admit came out pretty damn good. Color match is on point. The new buck or the Durabuck is looking a whole lot healthier, a lot blacker just compared to this shoe here that I still have to do. Like I said, this is my personal pair. I'm one of those OG fanatics. I have a saying, if it's OG, it's me. And these are definitely for me, figuratively and literally. But we were able to achieve the results that we achieved using the No Regret sneaker cleaner for the soles and the midsoles, and the No Regret suede butter for the uppers, as well as giving the good midsoles of these shoes a nice repaint. Color match the purple and the aqua perfectly, and put back the glitter effect on. The glitter effect, in my opinion, looks damn near factory. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you found it educational. Hope you learned something, and if you didn't learn something, run this shit back and watch it again because you're slow. Nah, I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you. But these are the types of videos that we're going to bring to y'all. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel, because we make the impossible possible over here, man. It's just what we do. Follow us on our social media platforms. No Regret Sneaker Cleaning on Facebook and Instagram. I'll put it up here somewhere. And if you want to follow me personally on my personal Instagram account, it's at airgordon_2016. You go to No Regrets on Instagram and it'll show you all of our accounts. Myself, Mun, Fresh Pair Jones, the whole crew. You can just scroll on there. You can follow us at your leisure. It's all good. But like I said, hope you learned something from the video. If not, run it back, watch it again till you do. If you got a pair of these, this is the go-to right here. I'm Air Gordon with No Regrets Sneaker Cleaning, and remember to always clean your sneakers with no regrets. I'll holler at you on the next one.
No regrets.